After 2 nights stay at the Pyramid Lodge, we're on our way to Lobuche Peak. We have been in the mountains for almost 14 days now. Been to Kalapathar, Everest Base Camp, Amadablam Base Camp and Island Peak Base Camp. We should all now be fully acclimatized to embark the next leg of our journey, Mount Lobuche. Suman is taking a detour and will join us again at Zongla. Sushant has been suffering from mild symptoms of Kumbu cough. Ravi has injured his leg and is skeptical about climbing Lobuche. But nevertheless, we continue on our journey to the high camp where we'll evaluate if we should push to the summit or not.
Hello. Hi there.
Hello.
You guys summited Lobuche Peak?
Yeah.
Oh, you did? You went all the way to the peak?
Not to the whole peak, actually to the Chola Pass.
Oh, Chola Pass.
Not to this peak.
Got it.
Okay, sorry.
Awesome, no problem. Oh, la. Okay, so this is the same route to get to Chola Pass as well. I did not know that. So we're taking this route in order to go to Lobuche Peak, and some people take this route to go to Chola Pass. Look at this gorgeous lake here. It's gorgeous. This is called Chola Lake.
नसक्ने कुरा तिमीले पाएर मैले खुसी हुने छैन साथ हिँड्ने मेरो सपना पुरा गर्न तिमीलाई कि सार्न सकिन मेरो साथमा.
After a quick 5-minute rest at the lake, we continue our trip to the high camp. After a few hours of strenuous hike, we just arrived at the high camp.
The high camp. Finally. I told my friend that I would make this climb in 8 minutes from where we stopped earlier, and he said it would take at least 30 minutes. I ended up doing it in 16 minutes. I don't recommend challenging yourself at such a high altitude all the time, but every once in a while you gotta test your upper limit. So that's what I did. Alright, this is the high camp. Kहाँ हाम्रो camp है? हाम्रो camp कुन चाहिँ हो?
यो पेसेम हो
हो हाम्रो क्याम्प खोइ
आइजम
खोइ त हाम्रो क्याम्प ए Alright, this is the high camp and that's the peak we're going to summit tomorrow at 1 a.m. We're going to do some practice rounds here. We want to make sure we know how to use Jumar, the ascender, how to descend, how to use different kinds of ropes like figure 8 and stoppers and everything. Oh wow, there's a small lake right here, full of water. That blue one right there is our kitchen, or I would say dining area, and the small tents, it's going to be about 3 or 4 people crammed in those tents. And tomorrow we summit this gorgeous mountain. After we reach the high camp, the very first thing we do is eat lunch. We're all super hungry, and but at the same time we feel very accomplished, and we can't wait for the Lobuche climb tomorrow. हाम्रो यो लन्च है हामी चाहिँ यो हाई क्याम्पमा लन्च गरिरहेको छौँ
चारजना हामीहरू सँगै आछौँ हैन यो दाइहरुलाई पनि दिनु बरु चारैजना टेन्सनलाई बस्नु चारैजना जाउँ त्यही गर्नु हो नि ल
अनि के त
त्यही गर्नु ब्रो
How are you feeling?
Good. Excited, nervous.
Because of bro?
Yeah, all at the same time.
All at the same time. All right. It wasn't that bad, at least the road to this place. It wasn't that bad.
Oh no, not at all.
I'm thinking it would be the same from here to Crampon Point,
I hope so.
and then from there on, it feels. I think it would be more like going to James Peak. Honestly, because the elevation gain is about the same. James Peak was about 25 to 3,000. This is going to be about 2,500. Maybe in a shorter time. But because we're going to have somebody to help us out, and we're also going to have a rope, it's going to be easier because it's going to be distributed. It's going to be steeper, yes. But I think it's going to be easier, man. Yeah. Take well, bro. Ravi. We're testing out our crampons and our boots for tomorrow. Just making sure that the size is correct, because we pretty much rented these gears and want to make sure that they fit right. Because these are mountaineering boots and
दोर्जी दाइले रविलाई लानुहुन्छ अनि तपाईले उत्सवलाई अनि
मैले हजुरलाई
म त
अनि उहाँसँग चाहिँ
उत्सवसित उहाँलाई अनि दोर्जी दाइको छोरा बेसी
All right, so this is inside my tent here. It's about 6:30. Me and Sushant are sharing the tent. We're gonna wake up at about 12 midnight, basically. And then we're gonna go for the summit push at 1. I've got 4 layers here, including my down jacket, and then sleeping in this down sleeping bag. Sushant's cough is starting to get worse. He and I shared the same tent last night, and he couldn't get any sleep because of the high altitude cough. And as much as he wanted to go, we couldn't let him risk his life. Suraj Dai stayed with him back at the high camp, and me, Rabi, and Utsav, along with our incredible Sherpa guides, go for the summit push. We're on our way to Crampon Point. We left at 2, and we're gonna get to Crampon Point and then wear our crampons and head to Lobuche Peak. Got some decent rest last night, and I'll be a bit tired, but I've got my down, multiple different layers here. But I think once I take it off, I'll feel more comfortable. Yeah, thank you.
As I'm trying my crampons, I realize that they're not fitting right, and I have to have Sonam Tashi help me out. And it took a little bit of time, and it was super cold, and I also fell a few times. It was such a wake-up call. Every time I would take a step, it was so easy for the spikes on the crampon to get stuck on your pants. And I fell a few times. When I fell, I realized how hard the surface was. This wasn't snow. This was hard ice, just like a rock. And, you know, I had minor bruises on my knees, but nevertheless, we continued on. As I'm walking in the dark, I'm just now realizing I don't even know how far up I've gone. I just can't see anything below me. But it's probably a good thing that I can't see, because it's got to be super scary. You know, I totally underestimated this climb. It's so much more difficult than I had imagined it would be. And I'm also realizing that these ropes are super slippery. They're nylon first of all, and they're coated with ice, solid ice, and they've really hardened. And as you try to pull, there's not enough grip. My hands are super cold, and I feel like I'm gonna have a frostbite. I have liners on and gloves on, but maybe mine weren't the right gloves for mountaineering, because my hands just aren't warming up. As we were beginning to climb, we were just warned by other climbers that just a few days ago there was a climber who broke his skull trying to climb here, so just got to be careful. And that's stuck in my head now. I can't get it off my mind. One thing you're going to realize is that when you're in the mountains climbing yourself, all you have is you and your thoughts. That's it. I'm trying to warm up my hands because it's super cold and I don't seem to have any sensation in my fingers. And as the dawn starts breaking in, you start noticing all these wonderful mountains around you. They were covered in darkness until 15 minutes ago. Now you can see all the 8,000 meter peaks around. You can see Amadablam, you can see Nupse, Everest, right there in this beautiful mountain range.
Yeah, almost there.
Almost somewhat. Almost Lobuche summit.
Yeah. Woo! त्यो मुहार छ नि हैन त्यो त हो
Everest
Yeah.
Makalu Amodablong Kangdeka Thamserku Cholo Choloche Lobuche Lobuche Peak Top Huh? कसरी यो सबै यो घुटमुटे यसरी कसरी हुन्थ्यो यो त क्रस गर्ने ए हुन्छ हैन म त तारे.
And we're finally so delighted to be standing at the summit of Lobuche East at 6,119 meters, 20,075 feet. Could not have done it without our expedition team. Pasangdao Sherpa, 25-time Everest summiteer. Tasu Sonam Sherpa, 9-time Everest summiteer, world record holder. Tintin and Sherpa, 13-time world record holder. Temba Sherpa, Everest and K2 summiteer. Incredible Suraj Poudyal, Everest summiteer, and incredible team for putting this all together.
움직이노. 지제를 쓰지. 이제로가. 어떤 거 그냥 주워 먹어. 아니 광아. 너는 지게다 그랬다. 나 좀 줘.
Yes, I'm going to do it. Mount Everest summit.
मुझे अब त्यहाँ छ
यो हातले चाहिँ यसरी सुरु गरेर अगाडि टाइट गर्नु पर्दैन यसरी यसरी एकदम सजिलो यो
चाहियो हजुर सम्भव लाग्यो नि
जाडो भयो तर it's all good, man.
Good.
Oh, thank you so much, Sonamji.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, thank you, man. You're the man. All right.
It's going down.
Going down from the summit.
Good weather.
We saw the sunrise.
Summit.
Incredible. All right, Sonam Tashi, Ravi,
Yes sir.
and Tema Dai, Tintin Dorje Dai. Hazır Tenzing Dorje Dai, eh? It's an honor Thank you so much. We just climbed Lobuche Peak and we're now descending from Lobuche. What a lovely view all around. We got to see Everest a lot more than you would be able to see through Kalapatar. Lovely sunrise, and yeah, it's 7:30 right now. Look at this gorgeous view. Sonam Tashiji.
Okay, welcome.
He's a world record holder himself.
Yes.
Him and his family, his dad, Tenzing Dorji, right?
Yes.
And your sister.
Yes.
All three climbed as a family to Everest, and that was the world record.
Yeah.
So it is recorded in the Guinness Book of World Records. So congratulations to you guys.
Okay,
Congratulations to us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
All right, we're coming down. Okay, this was crampon point. We removed our crampons and now we're back to normal. Normal shoes, regular shoes, no more mountaineering shoes, no more crampons, but it's still pretty sketchy here, so you gotta be careful because it's all hardened ice. All right, so we'll see you there at the base camp.
हजुर है तपाईँ कत्रो उठ्यो नि आज गर्छु तर पहिला
सुत्यो मजाले बाबु
सुत्यो म त मलाई निन्द्रै पर्यो नि छोडेर आएँ उसको रसिदको स्लिपिङ ब्याग पनि यसैले उडाइदिउँ ओहो दादा शेर्पा
सेरिमोनीको लागि
यो ह्याट त मैले लिनुपर्ने हो यार हो नि कस्तो के लो लाग्दछ के त्यो ह्याट ब्रो
पहिलो कुरा चाहिँ दाइ सबैलाई
हजुर
धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हामीलाई तपाईहरुले चाहिँ लोबुचे चढाइदिनु भयो
हजुर
यसलाई अरु कुनै तरिकाले चाहिँ व्याख्या गर्न सकिदैन तपाईहरु नभए हामी चढ्दैन थियौं हैन फर्स्ट अफ अल चाहिँ त्यसको लागि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद हैन यो चाहिँ अब हाम्रो लागि चाहिँ अविस्मरणीय एउटा चाहिँ सम्झना हो जीवनभरको लागि तपाईहरुले हामीलाई चाहिँ त्यो गिफ्ट दिनु भएको छ पादाबाजाले पिटी यसलाई नलखडा भाइ यो चढ्दैन थियो आएर दुईजनाले मलाई नबोके भाइ म चढ्दिनु थिएँ रसिकको चाहिँ फोटो खिच्न चाहिँ उसलाई त बेला बेलामा हाँसे जस्तो नमाने उसले पनि चढ्दैन है त्यसको लागि थ्याङ्क यू सो मच
है दाइहरू एकदमै
धेरै धन्यवाद
हजुरहरू पनि हाम्रो देशमा आएको छ आउनु भएकोमा धन्यवाद
होइन यत्रो सौभाग्यको कुरा हो यत्रो अब हामी जो पनि हुन सक्थ्यो नि त हाम्रो शेर्पा गाइडहरू तर यस्तो भेटरनहरू क्या वर्ल्ड रेकर्ड होल्डर 25 चोटि चढ्या अब पुरा अब कचोटि चढ्नु भयो त्यही त यो भने त एकदमै हो क्या हुन्छ नि खतरै कुरा हो क्या
हिसाब गर्यो भने लोबुचे आइल्यान्ड पिक मोर देन 1000 टाइम्स
त्यही भने
पादाउँदै मैले तपाईँसँग अस्ति यो टोपी किनेको थिएँ तर आज मैले यो कमाइ हो कि कमाइ ल भन्नुहोस् हामीलाई चाहिँ सफल गराउनु चाहिँ होइन सुरज दाइको
मेरो त
आफ्नो पर्सनल टाइम गरेर होइन त्यसरी गर्नु भएको छ क्या उहाँले
माउन्टेनियरिङमा चाहिँ अथवा माउन्टेन आउँदा इबिसी नै आउँदा होइन सबैजनालाई कस्तो हुन्छ नि म जसरी पनि त्यहाँ पुग्नुपर्छ भन्ने हुन्छ त्यो स्वाभाविकै हो बट देन म चाहिँ के भन्छु भने म त्यहीँ पुग्छु भन्ने भन्दा पनि मेरो एभ्री मोमेन्टलाई म इन्जोय गर्छु भन्ने चाहिँ इफ यु डु इट द्याट वे देन योर ट्रिप इज डे 1 मै सक्सेसफुल भयो क्या तर म त्यहाँ पुगिनँ भने मेरो ट्रिपै राम्रो भएन भन्ने सोच बनायो भने त्यो ट्रिप हुँदैन अब आई थिङ्क फर अस हाम्रो 18 डे 20 डेजमा गर्नुपर्ने काम हामीले 14 डेजमै भ्याइसक्यौँ मेबी मोर देन द्याट एन्ड अबभ अल माउन्टेनियरिङको पिक अथवा डेस्टिनेसन भन्दा पनि द टाइम वी वर एबल टु स्पेन्ड द पिपल वी वर एबल टु नो त्यो चाहिँ हाम्रो द्याट्स वाट वी हेभ ट्रेजर्ड इन दिस ट्रिप होइन अनि यो तालि मकसद नै डेस्टिनेसन पुऱ्याउँछु हिमाल चढाउँछु भन्ने थिएन कि एक्सपिरियन्स सबैलाई होइन एउटा रियल हिमालयन एक्सपिरियन्स यु हेभ एक्सेस टु गो टु द टेन्ट कहाँ कसले के गर्छ सबै कुराहरू बुझ्ने मौका नि पायो अनि प्रिटी मच मैले लास्ट 10 इयर्स सर्च एन्ड रेस्क्यु हिमालको मान्छे चिन्ने हिमालको दुःख बुझ्नेमै बिताएँ अब रेस्ट अफ द लाइफ पनि यही मान्छेहरूलाई अगाडि लाने होइन उनीहरूलाई चाहिँ वर्ल्डको रेकग्नाइज्ड फेस भोलि नेपाल आउँदाखेरि एयरपोर्टदेखि नै पादाबादाईको फोटोले दोर्जे दाईको यो सबै हाम्रो साथीहरूले वेलकम टु नेपाल भनेर बनाउने चाहिँ मेरो लक्ष्य छ जस्ट a lot of people say people come back to Nepal because it's beautiful not only that but also main reason चाहिँ मान्छेहरूले नै गरेर हो कि त्यो पनि स्पेशली people like them
हो नि कस्तो अचम्मको कुरा म अघि सोचिरहेको थिएँ होइन आज जति मैले दुःख चाहिँ सायद लाइफमा एक दिनमा कम पाएको थिएँ क्या तर आज जति खुसी पनि सायद म लाइफमा धेरै कम दिन छु क्या सो थ्याङ्क यू फर द्याट
टु प्रमोट पिपल लाइक
हामी त अबिर जात्रा गर्छौँ त ड्यालस गरी यसलाई चाहिँ सेन्टर पिस राखेर देखाउने हो केटाहरूलाई
anyway so let's get out let's take some nice pictures अनि दाइ अब तपाईहरुले पनि केही भन्नु छ भने
हाम्रो
अब एउटा ट्रेन चाहिँ के बसालौँ भने यो मेरो लागि नेपालीहरुको लागि फर्स्ट अफिसियली अर्गनाइज ट्रिप थियो नि त अनि मेरो लागि कम्प्लिट सक्सेस पनि हो अब सक्सेस पनि कसरी भने हिमाल चढ्यो मात्रै भएर होइन कि मलाई जहाँसम्म लाग्छ आउनु भएको शेर्पा साथीहरु सबैजनालाई ह्याप्पी पनि बनाउन सकिया छ पोर्टरलाई ह्याप्पी हामीले त यो ट्रिपै पोर्टर कुक भएभरको बाटोमा कसैलाई पनि खुसी नभई सबैलाई खुसी बनाएर नै टुङ्ग्या छौं के त्यो हाम्रो लक्ष्य अरूले पनि त्यसरी गर्दियोस् त्यो भयो भने
It's time to say goodbye to some of our mountaineer guides and our favorite Pasandao Dai. But we're also excited for the next leg of our journey.
Thank you.
मलाई त तपाईले आज दौडाइ हाल्नु भयो है
As we were climbing, we heard that an alpinist broke his skull while climbing Lobuche about 3 days ago. And apparently another 41-year-old British climber died at the high camp a week ago due to high altitude sickness. We always knew that there were inherent risks on this trip, but we also realized that, as Robbie eloquently pointed out, this has been the hardest, but ironically also the most rewarding day of our life. And we look forward to the next stops, Chola, High Pass and Gokyo Lake.